Joseph stood on the road that ran between the two halves of the Great Lakes Naval Station. The bustle of activity warmed his vampire heart. So many hard-working, well-fed humans. The werewolves bothered him, and the were-tiger threw him for a loop. "Where did you come from?" he asked himself. He tilted his head to keep the sun off his skin, the brim of his hat casting a wide shadow. The rest of his delicate skin was covered in black leather. The group had arrived the previous day in vehicles. Vehicles! Maybe they weren't kidding when they said they were bringing civilization back. All that warm blood, pulses pounding, bodies writhing. It gave him hope, which was something he hadn't had in a long, long time. He watched and waited. "He's here," Char said, clenching her fists. "How about that, huh? Here less than a day, and we get a Forsaken stopping by for a snack." She walked out the front door of the guest quarters that James and Lacey had prepared for them, but the quality of their new home was forgotten in the presence of a Forsaken. Char sensed the others and waited. Ted, Timmons, Sue, Shauna, and Merritt joined her. Terry and Kay stood nearby. "Shall we?" Char asked, turning without waiting for a response. "His name is Joseph," Timmons said softly, leaning backward to protect himself from an expected punch. Char froze. "You've been talking with a Forsaken, and you didn't tell me before now?" "I'm sorry, but you've been here for less than a day. There was so much, and this guy was scared off fairly easily. Look at him. He's just standing there, I suspect, waiting for us." Timmons wouldn't look Char in the eye. She pursed her lips as she thought. "That may change things a bit. But if you and Ted intimidated him, then we'll talk first before killing him. Shall we?" Char walked casually with the rest of her pack, including the were-tiger Aaron, noting that the Forsaken seemed to be waiting patiently. She wondered if he thought of humans as snacks. It disgusted her. Char's purple eyes sparkled and started to glow as the pack left the base and headed straight for the man in black. Terry and Kay walked right behind Char. "I'm curious," Terry started to say as the group walked quickly along the road toward the waiting vampire. "Forsaken killed Xandri," she replied, ice hanging from her words. "The only thing I'm curious about is how quickly the blood can flow from his body after his head is cut off and on the ground." Char strode boldly to Joseph, stopping when she was within arm's reach. "Such hatred boiling behind that pretty face," Joseph said smoothly. Her lip twitched in revulsion at the pasty white of the unnatural skin on his face. Terry grabbed her arm. She tried to shrug him off, but he gripped more tightly. Char turned on him, angry. He caressed her face and smiled. She relaxed, and her eyes sparkled back at him. She took Caden's hand. At dizzying speed, Terry rotated at his waist and swung, catching the Forsaken in the middle of the chest with the heel of his hand. Like a battering ram, it drove the vampire backward and threw him off his feet. With a grunt, Joseph hit the ground and lay there. "Get up," Terry demanded, a snarl on his face as he loomed over the vampire. Joseph let himself start healing from the cracked sternum the human had just given him, something the Forsaken considered to be impossible. He'd seen in Terry's mind that he was going to hit him, but had no idea the power that would be behind it.